Miss Faye. I'm sorry about what happened back there. It's alright.
It's okay, because it's the next episode. Hello, welcome back.
Smooth. Boss said you could stay one more episode.
Yeah. They still gotta file the paperwork.
Yeah. You're on the hot seat, though. He's watching very closely.
It's the banker from Deal and Deal.
Trump?
What if it was Trump this entire time? That was the banker from Deal or No Deal?
That's the first person my brain always went to when watching. I was like, the banker's Trump.
600K. That's all I'm gonna go for. No higher, no less.
I want my money.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Come on.
Give me the case. It's got my money in it. Oh, it's got $1. That's bad news for you. Bad news for you. I'm taking you to court.
Yeah.
You're going to court.
It's
wrong.
Open the $1 case. That was your case. Well, I could sign the dollar for you. Here's my dollar.
Signs it. It's my dollar now.
Yeah.
My name's on it. It's mine. Here's a nickel. It's all right. At least you told us the truth. In the end, Mr. Wright. Yeah. So I guess I can start to relax then, huh?
Relax, my boy. You can't be serious. They're hiding such important facts.
But the next witness is my dolly, right? She'll save me. I just know she will. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. I don't even have to be a lawyer to know. Ooh.
Ooh.
That's poor choice of words.
Ooh.
She's gonna condemn you. Why do you think that? Huh? What do you mean? She's the love of my life, that's why. Love of your life, huh? Would you mind telling me more about you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Sure, no problem. Dolly and I
summoned her from the depths of hell.
I went home and went sha, 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 sha. I was hoping to get Dolly Parton, but
yeah,
this is the Dolly I got.
Darn.
Ozzy Osbourne showed up for no reason, laughed at me, and then left.
He took one of the bats I was using. And then he left.
It's more slow. He mumbles really slow.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I was saying? No one's been drinking my beer.
Alright, goodbye.
Dolly and I first met about 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse. Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer on the side. Anyway, one day she and I just bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. That's why I really think it was fate that brought us together. I think she saw the jewel around your neck and said, I want. As soon as I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here, take a look at this. She gave this to me the day we met as a symbol of our love. She had been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off. But before she gave it to me, she said, I want you to carry this.
I don't want you to carry this. She was Scottish.
She looked at me and she said, I want you to carry this.
So she gave it to you as a present, I see.
This darling little bottle is filled with memories of my darling little Dolly. And Phoenix, we're gonna take this from you, break it open, and find out what liquid is inside the gin. That's right. It's a liquid meth.
God damn it, why did you get it immediately?
It certainly is a little bottle, right? Alright. It makes me so happy. I show it to everyone I meet. I want to share my happiness with the whole world.
Dahlia's present, a small bottle necklace given to Wright on the day they met. He shows it to everyone!
Like his badge in the future.
Yeah.
Phoenix, we broke it open. Why do you have the T virus?
Oh. Liquid Ebola?
This is worse than the T virus. No, Liquid Ebola is not worse than the T virus. T virus, end of the world. Liquid Ebola, meh, good portion of people died.
Yeah.
Better than that COVID. Stupid government tactics.
Man, I'm glad we recorded this in 2019.
Anyway. So after that, you and Miss Hawthorne started dating? Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Leave me alone, you freak! Please, give it back now.
What a strange girl, asking for a present back like that.
By the way, Mr. Wright, the day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne 8 months ago, wouldn't happen to have been on August 27th, would it? Huh? Yeah, it was! But how did you... This happened on August 27th, right here in this courthouse. What's this? A newspaper clipping? Weird. Let's see. Murder in the courthouse. Murder?!
What are you reading there? Let me see that! Oh, I see. Mia, I think I understand what you're trying to say. And I think I understand why you suddenly took such a keen interest in this case. You believe there is some connection between these two cases. Am I correct? Newspaper clipping! An article from 828, almost 8 months ago.
Come on, Grossberg, let me get a feel. Come on!
Very little information is being disclosed at this time, but since the victim of yesterday's incident in the district courthouse cafeteria is said to have been a lawyer. However, police are questioning the 19-year-old female college student who was sitting with the victim.
Processing.
Okay.
Okay. Dahlia, 19-year-old sitting with the victim. Victim. Don't know yet. Just some lawyer.
Some lawyer, yeah.
I hope you don't mind, Mr. Grossberg. Other than that, it said we don't know much about the case. Other than that, it was a murder.
Yeah.
It was a murder to a lawyer, and there was a 19-year-old sitting next to him.
Yes.
Okay. And it was the lawyer that was killed, right?
Yeah, the lawyer is the victim, yeah.
Okay. I don't know if that's important. I just needed that knowledge in my brain.
Yeah, okay.
I need to finish this myself.
Ah, yes, but I'm afraid what you have will not be enough, my dear. I'll go and have a look in the downstairs reading room and see what else I can find.
I found this tile with blood on it. Thank you.
I want to do whatever I can to be of help to you, Mia. Well, looks like recess is about over. We'd better all get moving.
I think he's just tired of me beating him up.
Yeah. Oh, thank God.
I'm gonna go down to the reading.
Moments without abuse.
He starts like shuffling past her. I'm just gonna go to the reading room. Oh,
God.
I guess so. That recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though. No, it was about 9.
Goodbye! Save the right one. There we go, got it.
Ah, that's the wrong one! Court will now reconvene, Mr. Payne. Please call your witness.
This next person is someone who witnessed the crime as it happened. The prosecution calls Miss Dahlia Hawthorne to the stand.
The cat who's attacking the boss?
Yes.
She looks like a murderer.
One of my favorite quotes. It's coming up.
What's with this stiff silence?
That's right here.
In my long career as a judge, I have been deceived by many witnesses.
It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must admit that you radiate a glow of complete sincerity.
The fact that he just started pouring his heart out to her.
Yeah.
My word, my child.
Yeah. It's basically establishing how serious my job is. But you can get a pass.
Can't believe he actually said that. I don't.
Now then, witness, could you please state your full name?
Don't worry, sweetie. There's no need to be nervous.
If anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I'll cut them right down to size.
And I will bash them with my gavel.
I bet they look straight at me when they say that.
Thank you for calming my nerves. You're all so nice. I almost feel right at home.
Not at all.
It was nothing.
She looks like a Zelda wannabe.
She does look like Zelda. I never.
You never put that together?
No.
She absolutely. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw her pull in and like the blue butterfly show up. I was like,
Yeah.
is that Zelda? If we may move on now, what is your full name and occupation?
My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy University. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
The honor is all mine.
No, the honor is all mine.
I gotta read my line quick. Yeah. It kind of seems how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
The judge is like,
No! Don't listen to him, it's me.
well, we know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Mhm.
Damn right, it's better than yours.
Sir?
Is this something I can help you with?
You just go on and say whatever is on your mind.
I'm sure that there must be some kind of mistake. Feeny wouldn't kill anyone. I just know it.
Yes, I can see why you'd say that.
She's going to be a tough witness, alright. Only took her 12 seconds to wrap them all around her little finger. Too bad. Grossberg's not next to me to take my anger out on.
Now then, please, proceed with your testimony.
This guy in the gallery will do. No, please!
You! Get down here! I'm calling you out!
Good God!
Grossberg just walks in.
Good God! He's got a family, damn it! Oh, you broke him in half! Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please.
Kane to the audience!
Fuck off, that's Kane! That's gotta be Kane!
I had been planning to go back to Feeny's place after class was over. Feeny and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. Ah! Then suddenly, Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed. That's when Feeny noticed that I was there. I went to go and find some other students, and they called the authorities.
I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant didn't do anything wrong.
But we already know that.
Young lady, as old as I am, even I recall how hot the flames of young passion can burn. Nevertheless, it's my job to discover the truth. Please, tell us the truth.
The beginning of flirt towards her.
Yeah.
I still have those passions. Please, give me a chance.
But I would never.
Well, we already know. If we want to go off of, we have faith in our client, which is what this game is all about.
Mm-hmm.
I already know she's not telling the truth because Phoenix said he pushed him.
Yeah. Except for Justice for All, when that is more like more about the truth.
Shut up.
Okay.
It is the truth.
Okay.
Our client told us it's the truth.
My God.
Jack Nicholson, I got the truth. Yeah, that too.
No.
That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue.
What do you mean by that?
Please, just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my cases on a bunch of paper-thin lies.
You haven't changed a bit. Mia Fey.
What's this? So you two are acquainted?
Yes, we've met before. Once.
Oh shit! This is getting hot and heavy.
I'll have to take my clothes off. No, Your Honor!
Oh. Oh.
Please!
Oh.
Everybody, out of the courtroom, quickly! He's using his ultimate power!
In any case, Miss Fey, the floor is all yours.
It's good to see you again, Madam Fey.
Madam! I'm no one's grandma yet, Curly. I'm gonna do that every time.
Yeah.
Every time Faye gets angry, she goes into like deep angry man voice.
I had been planning to go back to Feeney's place after class was over.
Now, unless I am mistaken, Feeney, I mean, Mr. Wright is in the art department. If that's the case, then what were you doing by the pharmacology building?
Well, I'm in the literature department. I'm studying Japanese Sinryu poetry.
Oh, how wonderful! It's that humorous, yet satirical style of haiku, yes?
Nothing left to do. When a man reaches this age, sleep is his best friend.
I'm sorry, I'm with me on this. That sucked. That's supposed to be poetry? Sounds more like a midlife crisis.
For me to get into the art department, I have to walk through that back area.
Ah, yes, I see. That makes sense. That doesn't make sense. What do you mean? When I want to enter the courthouse, I always walk through the front doors.
How else would you enter? Teleportation? Courthouses have back entrances for...
Yeah.
It's actually for the lawyers, the judge, and any special cases they have.
Feeney and Dougie, they were talking behind the building.
So, who is this Dougie person?
Oh, I'm sorry. Doug Swallow. We were dating until about 8 months ago.
When you killed that attorney? I mean... So what were Dougie... Mr. Swallow and Mr. Wright talking about anyway?
How can you be so mean? I would never eavesdrop. It wasn't based to be so rude and unrefined.
That's right, Miss Fey.
Don't drag the witness down to your level.
Why am I being demonized here?
Please go on. What did you see next?
Then suddenly Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed.
Are you saying that the victim just collapsed on his own?
Yes.
In other words, the defendant never touched the victim, is that right?
I was watching the whole time. Feeney never did a thing to Dougie.
But his leather jacket has a handprint on it.
Could be fondling.
No, she said he never touched him. He touched him.
Mm-hmm.
I've got evidence to prove it, you little shit.
If I press her for no good reason, I know the judge will get angry with me. So what should I do about her testimony just now? Show contradiction.
You little bitch! Feeble lies are not very becoming,
Miss Hawthorne. So let's drop them, shall we?
What? I would never.
Miss Fey! I will not allow you to badger this witness. I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition. That is... she has no supporting...
She's looking so angry that it's scaring the shit out of him.
Please don't glare at me like that! I'm just doing my job!
That is awesome! Now then, Miss Hawthorne, The defendant palm print was found on Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. It has already been shown that Mr. Wright did, in fact, push the victim.
What?
There's no need to try to cover for the defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth.
There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything that you saw.
Yes, Your Honor. I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony.
I'd like to revise my testimony. I saw Phoenix push him.
Yeah.
That's what I saw. Yep.
With a knife!
With his gun! Looks like we're finally getting somewhere.
Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie.
You didn't see it?
Well, I saw the moment when Dougie fell to the ground.
And at that time, there was only the two of them at the scene. The defendant Phoenix Wright and the victim Doug Swallow.
Yes, that's right.
It didn't look like they were fighting. Oh, this is the new set of statement. It didn't look like they were fighting.
Dahlia, your voice changed very quickly.
Didn't look like they were fighting, and I didn't hear anything unusual either.
Is that the voice you're gonna give her when we snap her out of the I'm innocent? Give him like the low anime voice.
Something like that.
So you think you've caught me?
Yeah.
So then, what did it look like they were doing to you?
I thought they were having a nice, friendly afternoon conversation.
Oh, give me a break.
That's why I really wasn't watching them all that closely.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all?
No, nothing at all, Mr. Judge.
Oh, I like the sound of that, Mr. Judge. Oh,
Frank Judge.
frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Now then, please proceed with your testimony.
I went to go and find some other students and they called the authorities.
When you say students, do you mean students from the pharmacology department?
Yes, they're all very fond of their drugs.
Meth, cocaine,
Yeah.
they do it all. Please try to stay on topic. So to find some pharmacology students, you went to the labs, correct?
That's what I was planning to do. But in the end, I wound up not going. A group of about 10 research students came running out of the building entrance. Somehow they all seemed to know what was going on.
The students knew what was going on? Request for more details. But how could the students have known what was going on?
Well, I don't know for sure that they knew what had happened. It's just, they all seemed kind of excited about something.
I would say the power went out.
That's just my guess.
Doesn't look like I'm going to get any more info about those students.
It was Coronation Day!
So did the students call the police?
Yes, I was so panicked.
It's my mom. Stop.
Ew.
She sent you that? Oh.
I gotta piss. Boom, 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 boom. It's the beginning of the Billie Eilish song.
Boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
I gotta piss.
I gotta piss.
Sounds like a Duke Nukem song.
I gotta piss.
Yes. Well, anyone would have been, my dear.
Is that Dahlia?
Yeah.
I gotta piss. Hey, Judge. I gotta take a leak.
That girl. She's telling a super obvious lie, and she knows it. That bitch. I know what that B on her dress stands for.
What be?
Made you look.
She's just pretending to protect Mr. Right. I'm turning into some monster. Yes, that's gotta be it. Way to go, Mia. Okay, that means I'm going to have to dig deep to find the contradiction on this one.
Oh, yeah. So what is the contradiction? I've been planning to go back to Feeney's place after class was over.
Okay.
Feeney and Dougie, they were talking behind the building.
All right.
Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. It didn't look like they were fighting, and I didn't hear anything unusual either. I went to go and find some other students, and they called the authorities.
Okay.
Number 3, cause death was a fatal electric shock.
Crime was behind the building.
There we go.
We've pointed out several times.
Yeah, the watch stopped at the time of death. Has Red's fingerprints in that. Umbrella was broken. It was found near the electrical pole at the crime scene. Phoenix said that the victim fell on top of his umbrella. There was a loud sound when this happened. Dahlia gives this necklace to Phoenix Wright, and Phoenix shows it to everyone, and then the poison the thing from
Loud snap of the umbrella.
Yeah.
Okay. It didn't look like they were fighting. Didn't hear anything unusual. That one.
Okay.
Got it! You say you didn't hear anything unusual, is that correct?
Yes, that's why I was very relaxed, looking at the scenery around me.
That's how... I figured it out. She contradicted herself by saying, I didn't hear anything unusual. But then all the kids came out like they knew something had happened.
Yeah, okay.
You could take that as either the power went out, they knew it, so they went to check, or
They heard that
a
loud noise?
noise
Okay.
came out and went, whoa!
Whoa.
There's 2 theories on that one.
Okay, yes.
For the students coming out.
Yes.
To their parents.
Yes.
Good on that.
Good job!
No, get back in that closet!
Yeah.
Yes, me. Yes, my master.
You, Greco, don't you ever come out to your parents.
Okay.
Now get back in the closet. That's a good Greco. That's nice, but I find that just a little odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright, and he clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud noise. Like a stab. Like a...
You said that?
You. If you were really that close to the two of them, why didn't you hear that noise as well?
Well, maybe the noise just wasn't all that memorable.
Stupid. I got you here. But according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise like a snap. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression. Ah! She used the word! Impression.
May I have a moment to answer?
By all means.
I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise. You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on. I was listening to music at the time.
Headphones? You mean that both your ears were covered?
The vein was just beginning to let up. And I love listening to my heavy metal. But it seemed as though Thor wasn't ready for his fun to come to an end yet. So the sky continued to flash and rumble.
She's a big fan of Norse mythology, I see. I see she doesn't follow the natural...
I don't think you need to be very sophisticated in Norse mythology to know who Thor is.
There's a lot of differences between the Marvel Thor and the Norse god Thor.
They both use lightning.
One is an actual god! The other one is technically counted as a god, but Marvel does not fully go like, oh,
Yeah.
he's a god. The closest you get is in the Avengers movie when Scarlet Witch... Black Widow. Not Scarlet Witch. Black Widow looks at Cap and says, from his land, he's basically a god.
Oh.
That's as close as you get. Thunder and lightning, huh?
So I brought it up.
I'm angry!
Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder. So I put my headphones on to block it out.
Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there weren't any contradictions in the testimony after all.
There are two. I pointed out two.
Nothing to do with fucking Thor.
No, I mean, Mia literally counted two
Yeah.
contradictions. She had the loud snap and the fact that Phoenix had pushed him.
Yeah.
Two contradictions. Pain is wrong. I pointed out two.
Well, she said that she didn't see the push and she was wearing headphones, so she didn't hear the snap.
I'm sorry. I didn't know we could.
Yeah.
We ignore contradictions just because they fix them afterwards.
That's what we do here.
It's still a contradiction, even if I point it out and then you fix it. Your first statement was contradiction, which caused you to make the correct statement.
Yeah.
Wait a sec, Mia. The testimony just now. She said something that could totally change this whole case. She didn't hear anything. There was lightning. Your Honor, there's a problem with the witness's testimony.
What do you mean?
Didn't you notice? She said there was lightning, correct?
Yes, what about it?
Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere, am I right?
Now's not the time for a science lesson, Miss Faye.
Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, isn't it possible that the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning?
Ah!
Ooh!
I must admit that the thought had not occurred to me.
Just what kind of thoughts do occur to this guy, anyway?
Hubba hubba.
This entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Doug Swallow was murdered. But that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow was in fact the victim of a stray bolt from that electrical wire that hit him.
John Travolta?
Bolt? The dog?
Yeah.
Was he Bolt? It's been a very long time.
Yes, he played. Yeah, he plays the main character, Bolt.
I think I only watched it 2 times, maybe. And it was and it's when it came
numbers.
out. It's when it came out.
You gotta watch it like 15 times in order to get a good grasp on the plot.
I think that's not a very good Disney film. If that's the way it goes. You think that's their excuse for the new Snow White?
Yes.
You gotta watch it like 15 times to get like the goodness of the movie.
Exactly.
Tell that to its score.
It appears the defense may be on to something. Could it be that the death was actually accidental?
All right, you did it, Mia. I'll be taking that not guilty now.
I'm hurt that you have such a low opinion of me, Miss Faye.
Huh?
I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. We found that there were no lightning strikes on that day at that location!
Then why'd she have her headphones on?
Because you heard thunder.
But there were no lightning strikes.
Yeah, within that like 3-mile radius, yeah, sure. You can still hear thunder from like 15 miles away.
What's more, we have evidence that the electrical cable is definitely linked to this case.
Evidence, Mr. Payne. Well, what is this evidence? And why didn't you give it to us before?
This affidavit.
Who is this affidavit from?
The pharmacology students who were conducting experiments in their labs that day. Allow me to read out the court to the testimony of the pharmacology students. All equipment in the labs lost power all of a sudden at around 3 p.m. that day.
Was it a blackout?
All of the lab's equipment run on high voltage, Your Honor.
So it was right. They came outside because they lost power.
Yes. Yeah.
One check for me. So you're saying the equipment lost power because...
Precisely. They lost power because of the severed electrical cable. The power outage occurred at approximately 3 p.m.
Which fits the time of death listed in the autopsy report.
Exactly! In other words, the victim died as a result of touching the severed electrical cable! Yeah. According to the students, the cables were very old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future.
I see.
Apparently, the cables had become so brittle that even the smallest bump would have caused them to break.
Students' testimony: the old power cable broke due to some sort of impact on 4/9 at 2:55 p.m.
Bump at 2:55. His push wouldn't. Him falling on the ground does not bump the. I don't think he would land with enough force to shake the poles. I know where he is. He looks like he could have been pushed into a pole.
Mm-hmm.
But Phoenix didn't push him into a pole.
Yes, he did. Because that's where the umbrella is. The umbrella is next to the pole.
It's a picture. How am I supposed to tell how close that umbrella is to that second pole?
Use a fucking compass.
A compass.
Yes.
It's north, okay? Yeah. Southwest. The umbrella is southwest.
I mean, like a circular compass. It makes circles.
However, there is one thing that troubles me. If the cable could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have snapped if it hadn't. Then it wouldn't have snapped if it hadn't been bumped into, correct?
Well, I suppose you could say that.
Miss Faye, do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cable?
Your Honor?
I see darkness.
I'm blind! I don't like how this is looking one bit. I have to come up with something to try to regain some momentum. If it pleases the court, the defense would like to state its opinion.
Well, then let's hear it. Who or what was it that caused the cable to break?
I mean, his body caused it to break.
But who?
Phoenix just pushed him.
Here we go.
Your Honor, please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony.
The defendant's testimony?
He said that after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. Now, this happened at around 3 p.m., correct?
Yes, that sounds right. Wait, are you saying that?
The lab equipment lost power at 2:55 p.m., which fits right in Mr. Wright's timeline. In other words, it was Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage.
Hubba.
Yes! The prosecution also came to that same conclusion, and it was that very shove that caused Mr. Swallow to be electrocuted!
And no, because he wasn't killed till later! I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne.
What's that supposed to mean?
Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shoved. See the umbrella? By the electrical pole. That's right. The victim banged into that pole as a result of being pushed.
How could you tell?
By using a compass.
On a 2D flat surface.
Yes.
It was that impact that caused the cable to break.
Well, that makes sense. And then the victim was electrocuted.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but no. Doesn't make sense at all. If the victim was shoved into the far pole, then he couldn't have been electrocuted by the severed cable if it in the foreground here. In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim. It's the bitch on the stand.
Order in the court.
The lamentations of my enemy. How I've longed to hear them.
It's true. The defense is absolutely correct. There doesn't seem to be. Oh, fuck.
Anyway, the defense could have done it. Defendant could have done it.
Mr. Judge, sir, may I say something? Madam Attorney's explanation. She said some things that are a little different from than I remember them.
Whoa.
What the?
Please, just once more.
May I please testify one last time? Please, Mr. Judge.
Give me something to contradict. Go for it. Go ahead. I beg of
I
you.
beg.
Of course it's all right, sweetie. Just go right ahead and give your new testimony.
This is it. She's finally starting to show her true colors.
And we'll see those colors in.
Now.
No! Read the script.
I don't have my paper!
Oh.
I lost it!
Thank you for watching this episode of Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. Make sure to like, subscribe, and cheers.
Every day.
Bye-bye.